In this video, we continue to look at SQL queries and particularly those with aggregate functions. And we're going to look at here the average, the minimum, and the max. So here we are on the W3 school site. They have their implementation of the NorthWind database. And here is their example. So I've already hit it up here to try it. And doing a simple products. So previously we did count, and you could do counts on lots of tables. But if you're going to do average or min or max, then we probably want something that is numeric, either integer or decimal, float, what have you. And one of the few tables, order details has some quantity, so you can play some numerical games there. And products has price, so we'll be doing a lot with price in this particular example. Okay, so let's just do the simple select AVG, the aggregate function for average of the price from products. And we get here the average price is 28.8. So we're just summing up all the prices and dividing by the number of prices, and that's the average. And then, of course, we can give it a name, have price or something. Don't know why I made it all caps, but I did. And then I can just rename that field. Okay. We can use it in conjunction with, as we did before with counting, we can use the average aggregate function in conjunction with a where or a group by. So in this version, we're specifying the product table has a category ID. And so here we're picking out the prices for a particular category. So we're adding a where clause where the category ID is equal to 1. So whatever category 1 is, we're picking out items and finding their average price. So this 28.8 is the average over all products. But now if we run this, and I did something wrong, I can't spell category, and there is the average price of items in category 1. So in the category that has a category ID of 1, we found that. So we've added to the basic average query, we've added a where clause. And so we've shrunk down the list of things that we are averaging the price over to those in category 1. Or we could do all the categories. We could add a category ID. And then instead of doing where, we could do group by category ID. So we can be getting the average price for a category, but do all the categories. And there's category 1, 37.97, category 2, 23.0625. Okay. So that is, so just sort of looking at an exercise here, we did the sort of category 1, and then we said, what is the price if it's category 2? All we had to do was change category ID equal 1 to category 2. But also here, when we did the group by, we have that answer for 2 of 23.06. Okay. So what do we have next? So we're going to expand this a little bit into using the aggregate function within an inner join so that we can use more about the category than its ID. So we're going to make the category, work with the category name and a like. So instead of saying category ID equals 1, we're switching it to where category name like like beverage. And to do that, we're doing a uh, a join. So I'm going to take out category ID because I'm going to only do one category. Um, we're going to do average of the price, and then we're going to take the products and inner join on categories. Categories, I think I spelled that right. And then what's the condition? That products, that category ID is equal to categories. And I have a minus sign in there I need to get rid of. And I'm not doing a group by, but I'm doing a where. If I could only spell where category name is like, let me try it. I've seen it sometimes succeed and sometimes fail if I put the percent in the front. The category, so here is the products with category 1, but in categories, the first category is beverages. So it starts with bev. Um, and I've seen it work and I've seen it fail. So I'm going to just give it a try and see what happens here. Um, so select average price as and give the name average price from products, enter join categories on products, category ID equals categories. That category ID I can't spell. And where the category name like Bev. And this might fail because of that first percent. We will see. Well, not fail, but produce nothing. And it's producing nothing. And I swear to you, I've seen it work with that percent, but now I will do it without. And there is that first. So now I'm not searching the category. I'm adding in a join so I can have more access to more category information. And now I can search by the name of the category or a like. So I'm not using the precise name of the category, but I'm using a like condition and finding that. And then the exercise asked for dairy instead of beverage. So over there in the categories, there was a dairy products. So let's just change it to dairy, and there was the average for the dairy products. Okay. Now what are we moving on? So now I'm just going to copy this one. It says, what does this one do? So let's just run it and see what it does. I'm just going to get the prices sorted first on a category and then on price. So here is the category, everything in category 1, and then followed by everything in category 2. And I could put in explicit fields here if I wanted to. And then I am going by the price, and it is ascending. So the lowest price is first within that category, and the last one is the most expensive in that category, and then it starts a new category. So that's what that one does. And we're just doing that one so that when we work with the minimum, we can sort of look back and see this. So we're going to ask in this query here that's given the minimum price for products in category 2. So we are expecting, I think here, an answer of 10. So let's see that. There we go. Okay, so we're looking for the minimum of price from asmin price. Yes. From products where I'm not doing all the categories, I'm doing a specific category where the category ID is equal to 2. So we're looking for the minimum price. So we're on to a different aggregate function, the minimum function. And we're asking, looking at products, price is one of the few numerical fields in this version of the NorthWind database. And we're looking for the minimum price of the products that belong to category 2. And there's the 10 that I said we should expect. And then the exercise just makes minimum changes, change the query to find the maximum price and for items of with category 3. So we're going to replace the min with a max. We're going to place the 2 with a 3. And we're finding the maximum price of items with in category 3. And what comes next? We are starting to do something with price and quantity. And so that's eventually I'm going to bring in the sum in that version. So I'm going to cut it off here. We've looked at average, max, and min. We've used group by and where, and we've also expanded it to beyond a single table and played with some join, where in particular we used a, a where clause that had a like in it. So that's all for this one. Thanks for your attention.